In this video, we are going to solve the given problem. It says, given that the integral from 0 to 5 of f of x dx equals 12, and the integral from 0 to 3 of f of x dx equals 7, find the integral from 3 to 5 f of x dx. So let's start with the first one. A, we want to find the integral from 3 to 5 of f of x dx. Now, in this problem, we have these numbers 0, 5, and 3. So let's just write that or label them on a real number line, just the interval that is of interest to us. So what we are going to have here would be 0, 5, and 3 somewhere here. See, I have all those numbers. Remember the limits. I have 0, 3, and I have 5. That's what's we are going to use here. 0, 3, 5. Now, what is given is the integral from 0 to 5. So we know the integral from 0 to 5 is given. That's 12. What else is given? The integral from 0 to 3 is given. Now they want us to compute the integral from 3 to 5. We're going to use the property of adjacent intervals. We know the integral from 0 to 5, so the one in red here, of f of x dx is equal to the integral from 0 to 3, the one in black, f of x dx plus the integral from 3 to 5 of f of x dx, the one in blue. What are we looking for? The integral from 3 to 5. So we are looking for this integral here from 3 to 5. So I can just isolate it and bring this expression over to this side. So I'm going to have that the integral from 0 to 5 of f of x dx minus, because when you bring that over to that side, the sign changes, the integral 0 to 3 of f of x dx equals what we're looking for, that is the integral from 3 to 5 of f of x dx. So that's what we have. Now we already know that the integral from 0 to 5 is 12, and that from 0 to 3 is 7. So here we have 12 minus 7 equals the integral from 3 to 5 f of x dx. And we already have our answer. F of x dx equals 5. Now part B, they want us to compute the integral from 0 to 5 of negative 2 f of x. So part B, the integral from 0 to 5 negative 2 f of x dx. Here we have a number that multiplies the function, so we can take these out. Remember, these have the same properties as the summation, the sigma notation. So negative 2, the integral from 0 to 5 f of x dx. But this expression here is given, or this number is given, the integral from 0 to 5 is given to be 12. So this equals negative 2 times 12. Oops. Times 12, which is negative 24, and that's the answer. So now as a problem for practice, so problem given that the integral from 2 to 8 of f of x dx is equal to 1.7, and the integral from 5 to 8 of f of x dx is equal to 2.5. Find the integral, so that's part A. Find the integral from 2 to 5 of f of x dx, and part B, find the integral of from 5 to 8 of 6 f of x dx. So this should be a straightforward practice.